Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we have studied some of the properties of colloidal systems. In this class, we are discussing about some another properties. Okay, let's start. The first one is colligative properties. Colligative properties, you have already studied what is a colligative property. Usually for a solution, these colligative properties will depend upon the number of solute particles in the solution. In the case of a colloidal solution, we know the particles in a colloidal solution are not simply molecules. They are aggregations of molecules. These particles have bigger size than in a pure solution. So, the number of particles in a colloidal solution will be less than that in a true solution. Hence, the colloidal dispersions give very low colligative properties. For example, colligative properties are osmotic pressure, lowering of vapor pressure, depression in freezing point, and elevation in boiling point. These are the major colligative properties. These colligative properties will depend upon the number of solute particles present in a given mass of the solvent. Due to bigger size of colloidal particles, this number will be less compared to a true solution. Hence, the colligative property value will be less than the true solution. This is about colligative properties for a colloidal system. Then the next property is optical properties. When a beam of light is passed through a true solution, we cannot see the path of the light through the solution. What is the reason? Because in a solution, in a true solution, the size of the particle is very less. It will be less than 1 nanometer. So, when the light passes through a true solution, these smaller particles are not capable of scattering this light. Hence, the path is not visible. But in a colloidal solution or a colloidal system, the particles are bigger. It will be, the size of the particle will be in the range 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. So, these particles can scatter the beam of light. Hence, we can see the path of the light through a colloidal system. This property is known as Tyndall effect, and the illuminated path is called the Tyndall cone. The intensity of the scattered light depends on the difference between the refractive indices of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Usually, the intensity of the scattered light will be proportional to or will depend upon the difference between refractive index of the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. But for a lyophilic colloid, The particles are highly solvate because there is a strong attraction or affinity between the dispersion medium and dispersed phase. So these due to this high solvation, the difference between the refractive indices of dispersed phase and dispersion medium will be less. Hence, Tyndall effect is considerably less in lyophilic colloids. But in a lyophobic sol, the difference is appreciable. Therefore, the Tyndall effect is quite well defined. Lyophobic sols, there is not much greater interaction between the dispersion medium and the dispersed phase. Hence, there will be appreciable difference in refractive index of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So, the Tyndall effect is well defined. So, what is meant by Tyndall effect? When a beam of light passed through a colloidal solution, due to scattering of this light by the colloidal particle, the path of the light can be seen. This process is called Tyndall effect. And the illuminated path is called Tyndall cone. When we place an ultramicroscope perpendicular to the container containing the colloidal solution, we can observe the Tyndall effect and the path of the Tyndall cone can be observed. The next property is Brownian movement. Brownian movement means random motion of the particles. The particles of a lyophobic sols are in a state of random motion. This kinetic activity is called Brownian movement. The reason for Brownian movement is the bombardment of colloidal particles by molecules of dispersion medium. Here, the colloidal particles are in random motion. So they will collide with the molecules in the dispersion medium. As a result, the colloidal particles acquire almost the same amount of kinetic energy as possessed by the molecules of dispersion medium. But the particles in dispersed phase are larger size than the dispersion particles in the dispersion medium. Due to this larger size, the movement will be considerably slow than the particles of the dispersion medium. So, the random motion of particles in colloid is known as Brownian movement.